Okay, and on that note, we're gonna get started, guys. So for those who could make it, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We love and appreciate you. Basically, what this is that we host like our team meeting kind of things. Yo, Raj, what's up, man? We host our team meetings or whatever like that, just publicly like this. So it basically just helps us align with everyone else who works with Doris and just figure out what everyone's doing, what everyone's plans are, and if they need help with anything. um we also decided to do it publicly, so basically you guys, the community, you kind of know what we're working on, what we're building, if there's any known issues, and just to get involved. So if you want to get involved with things happening at Thirst, it's basically the best place to jump in and talk about that kind of stuff. So I suppose first I'm going to get started just kind of, yeah, you know, absolutely smashing launch. This day last week we launched and it's just been absolutely incredible. Um, so I just want to welcome just all the new members on the community or on Team Thirst, something like that. That includes Paddy. If you guys don't know, Paddy has joined us as a social scallywag. He's been helping us out on the Twitter and getting some promotion and stuff like that. Multitasking, yeah. Editing and in the call. Let's go. So yeah, big love to Paddy. Tom could never do that. Wow. Paddy, we're so glad to have you, mate. We're just, yeah, you've been a lifesaver, Mona. Absolute lifesaver. Um, Another thing I want to say as well, just big, huge love to Andy Lippy. Without Andy's promotion of theirs, we wouldn't be here. Just yeah, absolutely smashing. I'm sad he couldn't make it today, but yeah, big love to Andy. We wouldn't have majority of what we have right now if it wasn't for Andy. So yeah, big up the man, big up the man. He deserves all the love. After that then as well, I do just also want to clear something up as well. It's just a small thing really, but it's something that I've noticed and I just kind of feel bad for everyone else kind of involved with theirs. But basically when people are talking about like theirs and like the good job it's done and everything like that, I seem to be the only person getting credit for it. And like I know that like I'm kind of the face or whatever you want to call it. When people think of theirs, you kind of think of me, I guess, as the man running it. But I just want to say like it's definitely not the case. Like for example, Trent, all the magic that happens behind everything, Trent is the man who done it. Do you know what I mean? All I do is just make the UI, and then Trent's like, okay, this needs to be connected here, there, and do this kind of stuff, and that's all Trent. If our GitHub repository was public and you could see the amount of commits, you would completely understand that Trent is a much bigger asset than me to this. So I just wanted to emphasize that this isn't just me, and like please stop giving me all the credit. I don't know if you guys even noticed it, but in Andy's stream, he just kept saying congrats Tom, and like all this kind of stuff, and this looks really cool and everything like that. And every time I was just like, and at Trent, and at Trent. Behind every good leader is a good team. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And like we wouldn't have like Pittons if Trent wasn't here. So yeah, man. I just really want to say that as well. And then of course as well to like our wordsmith Commodore Danny, who's behind the wall over there, who writes. There's a hand. She writes all of our documentation, all of our guides, all of our blog posts, all of our meeting minutes, everything like that. And absolute unsung hero of just managing the copy of theirs. So yeah, big love. Hello, hand. Barda as well. Then as well as our social scallywags as well. So Bry and Paddy, big love. Honestly, you guys do a lot on the Twitter. You guys help out a lot of people. You bring up a lot of concerns, and it's really, really, really helpful. We definitely want to build a better way for the communication to happen. But we'll get into that later. And then as well, we can't forget not Bry, Bailey, who sadly couldn't be here today, who is our navigator in chief. So Bailey is basically, because I'm kind of the it's not CEO, I'm called the admiral of the fleet, right? But in like big company kind of terms, technically CEO, I guess. And it's hard for me while I'm so invested in the development to understand what's happening on like the user side. So a big thing that happens is that me and Trent live so much inside the code and we built everything. So we kind of know how it works. Bailey is basically there to make sure that from a user's perspective that everything does actually work, and he communicates with all the other people in the team and just basically just helps just run everything kind of day to day kind of stuff. So big love to Bailey, even though sadly he couldn't be here today. It's all new for now, but later down the line there'll be a good system. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, we'll build all the systems. Okay. And so yeah, getting off with that. I'm gonna Bailey was supposed to jump in now, just talk some stats with y'all. Obviously again he's not here. I'm gonna stop mentioning that now because he's gonna start feeling bad when he watches this over. Um, but we have some stats going about the post launch, so I just want to go over that. So as of this morning, we have a total of 238 users on Thirst. Well, 228 user accounts on Thirst, and then 6 brand accounts. Out of those, 31 users are pro paying members. Out of those 31, 27 of those users used Andy's 50% off code. So that gives us a total of $40.50 before taxes and before Andy's affiliate cut, which all of our affiliates get 30% cut on every sale. So if someone subscribed with your affiliate code this month, every time they renew, the affiliates will continue to generate that revenue too. So then there's another 4 users then who didn't use Andy's code, and they're paying a full $2.99, which gives us $11.96 before taxes and Andy Lippy's cut. So that gives us a total of $52.46, again, before taxes and before the affiliate cut. So yeah, sorry, let me just catch up on the chat here. Damn, yeah. It's doing pretty good for first week launch. So I can't confirm the post affiliate cut yet until the free trial ends. So I can't confirm exactly how many of the users were actually an affiliate from Andy. We need to wait until like the 18th and 19th just to kind of make sure our affiliate tracking was working. But assuming 100% of those users were from using Andy Lippy's affiliate code, and that would leave us with $36.72 before taxes, which doesn't actually make us profitable yet. We need about $50-ish a month to be profitable. So within the first week, we're actually doing nearly pretty well to cover our monthly overhead. Monthly overhead, again, is only about $50 a month. We have to pay $40 a month on our web hosting, and then about $6 on like the server that we host the API on, and then you want to have a couple of dollars set aside every month to pay for the domains every year. So overall, like, you know, it's going quite well, especially for the first week. Like, Jesus Christ, I was not expecting any pro users at this time last week. So yeah, holy crap, it is incredible, and I'm so grateful for everyone who did jump in and get the pro subscription. On that note as well, we have 0% churn rate. So basically, no one has cancelled their pro subscriptions yet. Everyone is still on trial. They haven't paid for it yet, but as of right now, no one has cancelled the pro subscription, which is absolutely fucking incredible. That percentage won't stay that way forever. It's just the thing of doing business. Some people don't want to leave content creating, and they might cancel all subscriptions to all these certain things. Completely understandable. So yeah, for right now, we're just going to enjoy that number and try to keep it there as long as possible. Absolutely, it's fantastic, man. Onto some website kind of stats then. So between the 3rd and the 5th, we were averaging about 3,000 hits a day. It did start going downwards from there. So on February 6th, we got about 1,700. On the 7th, we got 1,400. On the 9th, we only had 450. Or sorry, on the 8th, we had 450. And on the 9th, we had 490 hits. So that gives us an average total for the past week of 1,943 hits a day on doras.to. Anyone cancelled? And we know I have a big stick. Yeah, so they're the stats. They're pretty cool. By the way, I completely forgot, and it's literally my first note here in Notion. But please, chuck up your hand or bring up a question or anything like that in chat. If you have anything, please speak the fuck up, interrupt me, and we can talk about any questions or anything like that you have as well. At the end of the meeting though, like, we do have just complete open floor and anyone can jump in and talk. So now the next part then really is just a rundown from each team. Um, Again, no one really kind of has anything. I just also talked about Bailey's kind of there. So I guess I'm also going to start talking about the development and the management. But Trent, please feel free to jump up and become a speaker, and we can try tackle this together. My mind went a totally different direction at the ending of that. That's a you problem. Okie dokie. So bada bing, bada boom. So my talking points again, Trent. Feel free to jump into the speaker chair. If you don't have access to that, I can actually probably make you a speaker. I don't know how. Oh, there he is.
Think I have access?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. So on the development side, so for you who don't know, we're doing a little thing right now post launch called Project Cleanup, where basically we're just cleaning up a lot of the mess. Doris went through a lot of iterations, so it went from 2 websites using Astro.js as the framework, and then it went to a Next.js and an Astro.js website, and then it went to inside a mono repo, and then it went next, and right now it's just one Next website. So the TLDR is that we fucking hopped around a shit ton during the alpha stage, just to try to get everything working. TLDR, everything that we wanted to get working is working now. The main problems that we were having was middleware controlling the custom domains and subdomains for users, and that's basically why we ended up going the Next.js route. And we're also hosting on Vercel because the Vercel middleware, of course, with Next.js, if you're not a developer, you don't know these things, they basically own it. So it makes it super, super, super easy. Yeah, you can absolutely read more about that there. Thank you so much, Dan. Yeah, TLDR, Project Cleanup is going well anyway, just trying to clean up a lot of this stuff. The main kind of thing we're kind of left with now is database cleanup. So we just want to try find an easier way, just be able to call data from the database and just, show that information a lot more and make it a lot more customizable. Regarding the affiliate tracking, we're 99% certain that it is working as expected. Once the 18th rolls around, we'll have confirmation, and if all is working, we will be opening up the floor for more affiliates. So we do have a Discord channel explaining the process on becoming an affiliate. Eventually, we will have a page inside the website. However, it'll probably just be like a blog post, just so users don't have to be in the Discord. One thing about the affiliate status, however, is that we do want to make the affiliate stuff kind of close knit with the community. What I have written down here is that we'd rather 5 affiliates who are close to the community and get involved in chatting, bug reporting, etc., rather than 50 randoms who just looking to try and make a few pound. So yeah, like I wrote that down and I just want to say it the exact same way again because yeah, it makes absolute sense. I do also want to look into creating a Twitch panel image as well for affiliates as well. So if you're specifically an affiliate, we can like make you like a different Twitch panel to put on your Twitch page too. Some other cleanup news in the development stuff is that we had a light mode back when we were using Astro.js. Now over on Next, we have removed it. That does mean, however, that I need to clean up about 500 files. So that's going to be fun, and I will try find some time to do that. We want to focus a lot on some of the design aspects as well, so mainly like the theming, because we could all see by everyone's stuff, like everyone's been making some crazy cool looking profiles, and we just trying to want to match that, right? We don't want people to have to resort to uploading images and making images. It's absolutely cool. We definitely do just think there's a better way that we could integrate that though. He added that in for me. So as well, what I have here is basically list everything on our idea board and see if people find that there's anything missing, or if they want to add anything for the short or long term to let us know. So I'm just going to open up this here and I'm just going to read through everything super, super quick. Please, though, if you have any suggestions, please throw them in the chat, or if there's anything that we should expand on, definitely just let us know. However, what we have right now is, so the image links is still technically work in progress. You can click on them now and they do have a link. However, the only problem with that is that there's no title, so everything is just showing up as image. So that one is currently being worked on. I want to work on some hover animations for the buttons and such like that. Something back-endy is that we're migrating the blog over to Directus instead of using a headless WordPress is what we're doing right now. That's currently a work in progress. What's currently in the backlog is that we want to add background images as well as the colors that everyone has. We want to fix the text area and the text input boxes basically with something called TipTap. And failing that, we can look into what Raj was saying earlier on about the tiny MCE, I think it was called, which does also look very promising. We want to look into layouts, so basically allow people to customize their heading, maybe have like your picture on the side and have all like the text over on the other side or something like that, instead of just the generic layout how it is now. A WhatsApp block did seem really, really cool. That was suggested to us in the feedback channel, and I definitely would like to look into that. Another thing we want to look into as well is the video embeds, so you can link a YouTube video in there, or we could even try look into ways of getting your latest YouTube video as well, and we could have that put there too. That one is probably going to be a little later. The first one will be just a static, this is the link, click this one. Later down the road, then we'll probably implement the entire thing with the automatic latest video. The gallery blocks and image ideas. So basically, yeah, so spanning from the image links, we also want to look into doing image carousels. So basically, you can just swipe an image and it just shows you multiple images. And then we want to look into a gallery view as well, which we think would be really cool. So basically just like a little bento grid of just all your different images that can statically generate and stuff like that. Another thing then, there is a lot here, lads. I'm very sorry. I'm going to need a cup of tea after this. Basically, add color to the live stream button. So right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you add a Twitch or a YouTube live stream block, and basically when you're offline, it just turns into a standard block. Right now, so you're just going off either the Twitch or YouTube colors, but we would like to be able to allow you to customize those a bit more and basically just kind of treat them more just like any other link block. Scheduled blocks is something I really want to look into. So basically, if you have something coming up, you can say, don't make the block visible now, but make it visible at X day and time. And then you can even have it then to remove at X day and time. I think that'd be really, really, really cool, especially if you have like any events or anything like that going on. It might be very helpful. Something we have from the last meeting was game server embed. So if you have like a Minecraft server, maybe do like an embed where you can like embed the stats and stuff like that. The only problem with allowing people to just embed iframes onto the website would be security concerns. So there could definitely be some like JavaScript hijacking that could live inside those embeds, and we don't have a great way to kind of detect those. So we've tried to stay away from that, but we are looking into ways that maybe we could customize it a bit more, or maybe if there's already another service that creates these embeds and we trust them, we know it's safe, maybe only allow embeds from that particular service or anything like that. It's all up in the air. It was like something that one person asked and like no one has ever brought up again, so it's definitely not a high priority. A Twitch panel extension is something that I'm really passionate about. So basically have a way to render all your blocks below your Twitch panel. Twitch doesn't give you like enough of them, like little social blocks underneath your live stream. So I think something like this would be super helpful. Progressive web app support is something that I really want to look into as well. So that would basically allow you to, when you're like on a website on like Chrome and you get like that little thing in the top right, like install the app, or like same on like on your phone, it basically allows us to create an app, but based basically entirely off the website. And it could just kind of open up the floor a bit better for mobile users and everything like that as well, because I can tell you the traffic right now, about 30 to 35% of people who access doors are accessing it from mobile. So what would be great, the number is lower if they're on the admin dashboard, of course, but what would be great is to allow people on mobile to have much better functionality when they are customizing their profile on mobile. Let's say you're out and you get told your link is broken or something like that. You can easily just kind of go into the app and fix it. And it's all just done through a web app, which makes our lives as developers a lot easier. We don't need to write the same code twice. There is as well the calendar project board, but I'm not even going to talk about that because that's connected to something completely separate that is a very long way down the road. So yeah, with that, that's the idea board. Does anyone have any questions or thoughts or anything on that at all? Oh, needed that sup of tea, Jesus. I know it was a lot to take in. got carbon typing. When are custom fonts going on to the idea board? That's a very good thing to bring up. That's something I completely forgot to add that I will add this very second. Thank you so very much. Custom icons and fonts. Cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. I have 1,000 plus fans. Love to run with them. Yeah. The fonts one is going to be interesting. I guess there's something that you've been meaning to ask about the custom fonts. Do you want to be able to like upload like a .waf kind of file, or are you? How exactly would you expect that to work? If you don't mind, please as well feel free to stick up your hand to speak, and you can come in and we can talk about this. If you don't want to type it. I'm just curious, yeah, in terms of the custom fonts, as in like, do you want to like upload like an actual file, or do you want to maybe like link to a custom font file like a script or something? Does that make sense? I don't see a hand raised, but I don't see you typing either, so I'm a little I'm a little lost. Paddy, if you have
He's typing.
Oh, Paddy has literally put up his hand. It didn't show up in the show requests.
I don't see it.
No, Trent doesn't see it either. I mean, literally. Oh. No, but Paddy or Carbon, if they want to just raise their hand instead of typing. If not, we can always talk about this a different day, and we can move on from this as well. Oh, here's Carbon. Yeah, because I would just like to, make sure that when we do implement it, we kind of implement it on how you'd like us to implement it. You get me? Like the icons is easy enough for us to do. It is just the fonts that we're not entirely sure. For the fonts, I think if you have a file, you can drag and drop it maybe. We just want to, I'm not sure what would be easier from backend point of view, but I have open type font files. Okay, cool. I'll leave a comment on this. Open types or similar file uploads for fonts. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely need to figure that out a bit. Because as far as I'm aware right now, the site basically heavily relies on the fonts being variable fonts. So it's just the one file basically for all the different bolds and italics and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure how it would translate if it didn't have that data. That's kind of the thing that's been putting it on the back burner. But hey, we can definitely, figure it out and kind of investigate it when we get to it. So thank you so much. It is 100% on the board now. And this board is basically what we will be churning through. Once we kind of finish project cleanup, there are some things that we want to make sure of as well. So right now we're promoting like the brand accounts and we're promoting the link shortener, two of which aren't actually public yet. And it is a bit of a priority to get those sorted. That might be easier, or a way fourth wall do it is just add it to your account after you raise a ticket with them. That's interesting. Okay, so maybe not a way for people to, as in
We
like
add it to like the global.
Yeah. That's an interesting take actually. Yeah. That is an interesting take. I would love a way to automate it though. You know what I mean? But either way, like we'd only probably allow like someone to have just like one uploaded file anyway, and basically then if they like remove it or replace it, then it's just kind of gone. You know what I mean?
They shouldn't be that big.
I'll spam you guys with files as well in the storage. Yeah, well, we'll only allow basically one file, one custom file to be uploaded, right? So, like in like the custom font drop down, you at the top you'll see like the current font, and we can just have like an X beside that to delete it, and you'll have to like delete it to upload a different font, and then if you delete it, everything will just kind of go back. I actually do think that's quite possible. We'll just need to look into that. But yeah, absolutely, I think that is definitely a cool solution, and I will raise the priority on that a bit because I definitely think that should be done a lot sooner than some other things. Awesome, awesome. Anything else that should be on the list that wasn't on the list, or anything that you might like some more information on that was on the list? If not, we can happily move on because we still have a few 4 bullet points to get through, and we will have like the Q&A kind of section as well. Okay, I think we're Gucci. Cool. So, the WordPress stuff, yeah, I did already mention that. Basically, the way we handle like the blog posts and the articles and the help docs and stuff like that is a super pain in the ass. So we're going to use a different thing for our CMS hosting, which is Directus, which you as the end user, you won't even notice. So yeah, there's not really much point of talking about that. Awesome. That's all the development stuff. I guess then just on to the management kind of stuff. So basically, we're still trying to find the best solution for project management and team communication. So right now we use Linear for all of our issue tracking, and we use Discord for just all of our communication, and we use Notion basically for meetings like this, where we can all just chuck down real quick some bullet points and different pages in those bullet points and stuff like that. But I would like to find us a much better solution for us all, preferably open source, so we can just self-host instead. We've looked at a lot of stuff. Right now, we do use a lot of Nextcloud, and that's how like we'll all like access like our emails and stuff. But yeah, just looking into a better way that doesn't cost an entire arm and a leg. I'm not paying for a ClickUp account. I'm not paying for Monday.com. I'm not paying for any of that shit. No, we would be even more in the minus than we are. This is literally what runs Doris before the pro subscriptions is my pocket, right? So yeah, anything that we can like self-host and chuck on a server somewhere and take care of some stuff would be absolutely savage. I know we're not going to find the perfect solution, but if there's something that ticks quite a few boxes, yeah, it's definitely something we want to keep looking into. The last kind of point then for management, we really didn't have much of this because a lot of the week was just kind of spent either on development or just taking some time off for some well-needed rest. I found an alternative to Notion. Self-hosting, it's free, but doesn't have multi-user support. The closest thing I came to finding on Notion for open source alternative would have been Outline. It just didn't have as much connections as I would have liked. So yeah. But yeah, like if it doesn't have multi-user support, yeah, like it's definitely something that would be required for us. But yeah. The next point then is that we want to keep growing and expanding the team with the volunteers and other folks who want to get involved. So basically, if you have any interest in content writing, development, anything like that, I do also just have a little bullet point as well. So obviously we're not a profitable thing, but if we ever do get to stage, of course we'd look into ways like that to make sure everyone does get sorted. But right now, obviously everyone in Durst is a volunteer. In my announcement before the meeting, actually, I did raise a pretty good way of saying it. So we're always looking for folks to join us. Be it you want to join in the development, marketing, content writing, or anything like that. While Durst obviously isn't profitable or a company by any stretch, we're all volunteers working on the same goal. How I like to look at it is the opportunities is there a dream job that you'd love to do, but you just can't get a foothold in it? Well, you can probably do it at Durst. I think it is a pretty cool way for us to try and just look at things. You know what I mean? If anything, it just kind of gives you a good, just a good insight of just like working with like a team and just trying to figure out problems as a team together and stuff. So yeah, if there's anything that anyone is ever interested in Durst, just give us a heads up and we'll figure some stuff out. I'll volunteer to do anything graphic-y related. As I've already said, yeah, Raj, we'd super duper duper do appreciate that, my man, and we would definitely will figure out um, some sort of, you know, share thing between both of our projects, right? 110%. Awesome, mate. So awesome to hear. Again, as well, obviously, if you do want to get into anything as well, but you don't want to talk about it publicly or anything like that, just shoot me a DM or shoot anyone in Doris a DM, and we can definitely talk about some things. Um. So boo 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 boo. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if the social scallywags have anything to say. So if either Paddy or Bry, if you guys have any comments on anything, how stuff is doing. I know Danny, who is our wordsmith Commodore, basically said she's just focusing on the same stuff as last time. So basically, um, just continue working on content, continue community reach out to write some like story posts and stuff like that, would be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to start seeing those, and I can't wait to give her just a much better solution than the WordPress right now. So yeah. We see Paddy and Bright talking. I'll give you guys a second. I'm gonna have a quick little vape. I know you have 10 years WordPress experience, but you can't live view anything and you can't customize anything. The question is, what would people like to see on the Twitter side of things? It's a good question. That is a very good question. Massive side question. What flavor is the vape? So right now, I am vaping as my usual, which is the blur is kind of fucking it, or is like the face tracking. There you go, blue raspberry. Yeah, blue raz is my usual go to. Yeah, Pat. I guess if I could answer your question, Paddy, mate, I'd just, I don't know. I don't want to say go full fucking meme like Opera GX. That, but I think just general community outreach and just try to get some engagement from some fellow Durs users. I think what Bry is doing is pretty cool. So every few days he'll like mention a few Durs users and say, look at their profiles, they look pretty cool. I think that's a really cool way to go about it, and something that I used to do back when we were initially Mistlink as well. So I think just community kind of stuff like that, showing some love. And I know we have a small Twitter account now, but if we can grow it, and then if we end up mentioning people on it, like they'll get a lot of appreciation out of that. And I think it kind of shows that we care about the community too. If we just randomly pick out some that we think look cool. Word reach in South Africa so far. I've been contemplated on bringing a competitive project so far. I don't get it, Bryce. Sorry. I'll do a very basic version of Opera GS. On top of that, use the opportunity to encourage users to share what their accounts look like. Yeah, that's a really cool point, Dan. Thank you. That's a really savage point. Yeah. Yeah, just I don't want to say engagement farming, right? Because that kind of has a bad kind of stigma to it. But just try make some conversations with people and try see what people are at out there. There's a lot of different people that we can kind of knit into. I feel like a lot right now we're obviously catering towards the streamer and like the streamer and content creator kind of niche, but like there's other niches that we can go after as well. Like once like a lot more image kind of stuff comes out, like we could have a lot more artists on and stuff like that. Yeah, like the tweet with Rue was perfect. The tweet with Rue was perfect. I think it was absolutely perfect. Fucking miss Rue. What a good dog. She good girl. Um so yeah, as well, This point right now is just absolute open floor for questions and stuff like that. So please, if anyone has anything they want to say or talk about or anything like that, let us know. Let us know. Is there anything that you wish that we had? Anything we don't have that you know what I'm trying to say. Just any questions in general, could go the deep brand route. I'll just call everyone a prick. I'll ping as well when I release an article. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like something that I really want to kind of get into as well is try to get some like feedback forms out there and some like pop-ups to like leave like testimonials and things. Yo, no worries, bro. No worries, my man. Much love, much love. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, so like a ways that like we can just try communicate with people better inside the app itself, and then we can be like, hey, do you wanna give us like a testimonial, and like you have like the chance of being on like the front page and like kind of stuff like that. Think you covered it all, poggers. Um, Anybody have anything else? Trent, you haven't really spoke much. Do you have anything for us, mate?
Not really. No, you pretty much said it all.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? I talk a lot, mate. How long is OBS says 44 minutes, but I think I started recording like 7 minutes before it started. So yeah, a lot of talking from my big ass mouth as usual. Man, it got dark out of nowhere, didn't it? What's Patty saying? Sorry, I hate to sit in silence. It's just I don't really have much to say until people are done typing.
Just unmute the music.
What? Just
Unmute the
unmute the
music.
music? Yeah, you just go. Can you hear that? Yeah. Oh, you don't hear it when I unmute the music. Aw.
No, you gotta unmute it yourself.
Oh, that's rip. Um. I don't think so, Paddy. No, like I think you're doing a fucking smash up fucking job. The thing you made the other day, like for like the releases and stuff like that, the picture, like you literally somehow got the exact styles from the Doris website, and it was savage. You did a fucking smash up job. I literally thought that like you had like somehow like I don't know, just like ripped the fucking HTML and just edited it. That wasn't up to the music, not you. Okay. I may have cheated on that a little bit. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. If anything, it strengthens the brand, right? So that's absolutely no concerns, no worries at all. Awesome, awesome. Um, oh, we got Carbon typing and Paddy, so we give him a sec. It worked though. It did. It really, really did. Yeah, absolutely, man. Come on in. Come on in. Invite to speak.
Hello?
There we go. Yo, what's up, Pad?
Hello, hello. So, basically, I may have cheated on that a wee bit.
Yeah.
So, basically, I went on the website. Like, okay, I like this. I'm going to keep it with brand, I'll keep it with the brand. So, I right clicked it and inspect the elements and changed the wording on it and just took a screenshot of it.
That's exactly what I thought you did. That's exactly what I thought you did.
The thing is, though, I can do it. Like, I can make it from complete scratch. But if I can cheat the system,
Oh yeah,
I will.
absolutely. Yeah, fuck that. Dead right.
Go for it.
Take the easy way around it.
Yeah, fucking hell. Too right, mate. That's perfect. Work smarter, not harder. Exactly, Carbon. Exactly. Will you say chartered accountant? For fuck's sake, will you leave him alone with his Northern Irish accent?
What, chartered accountant?
Yeah, there you go. There's an ad that always plays down here, and it's about chartered accountants, and the people reading the ad are from, I'd say they're from like the tip of Donegal or something like that. The accent is
What the
unwildly.
fuck's that?
It doesn't matter, Trent.
Yeah, as you probably tell, I haven't got the strong Irishness like you because obviously I'm more up north. So obviously the accent is going to be a little bit different.
Exactly, exactly. If anything, we're teaching any Americans that that there are differences and we're not all howdy doody top of the morning.
Exactly. Like every time when someone hears what I'm Irish, like, oh, top of the fact, I'm Irish. Yeah, like,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
At least they, at least they know your country exists.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
everyone says I sound like I'm from Cork, but then when I go home to like Waterford and Wexford and stuff like that, no. So when I'm in Waterford and Wexford, everyone says that I sound like I'm from Cork, but then when I'm down in Cork, everyone says I sound like I'm from like Waterford and Wexford. I'm just like I've no fucking home. I just have no home.
You just sound like a random person.
Neither of them want me. I visit my father in Clonmany a lot and spent most of my time saying what. I speak to people so fuck fast. Where's Clonmany? Should I know where that is? Oh, but Donegal. Oh yeah, no, fuck that. I wouldn't be able, man. I wouldn't be able to do that. Nah, not a hope. They're fucking
Yeah.
something different up there, up in that neck.
Like that's an issue that I've had like when I've gone over to certain places in England and stuff when going to like order food or something. They're like, slow down, huh? What? What? Just slow it down a wee bit. So I'm having to slow down my speech, and it feels so awkward.
It is almost like you're talking two different languages, but you're not talking two different languages.
They just don't understand you.
I'm Scottish, so I'm just as bad. I don't know, the Scottish accent I actually find not too hard to understand.
I
Yo,
know.
no
I
worries,
have a Scottish
classman.
accent.
Class, much love and appreciation, man. Appreciate you coming by. We'll be cutting this off in a minute anyway, but yeah.
I have a
Yeah, the
Scottish
Scottish
accent.
one isn't too hard. Most northern part of Ireland are
One,
rejected by the Brits for
the
their
one I do
accent.
not like. And I'm sorry if anyone is from this place, but the Liverpool accent, I do not like it. It's so bad.
Oh, there's a streamer I used to watch. He only stopped streaming a few weeks ago. His name was Brady, and the biggest Scouser accent. It was fucking fantastic.
Not a fan of it.
I
I don't
fucking
know.
loved him. You'd always come into chat. He's like, "All right, Brady." He's like, "All right, lads, all right." Oh, fucking love it. I'm in the south near
I'm just on the
Brighton.
other side
Ah,
of the world.
yeah, you're living fucking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even
Look
know
at
what to
ya.
say. I can't even make a joke because you're too far ahead, lad. Right. Oh, so look, lads, I think we're going to leave it there then. So, unless anyone has any last minute things that they've just kind of thought about.